First off, what have you heard from OpenAI? You are essentially a developer that relies on the underlying technology. You're trying to build using underlying technology. Have you had any update from OpenAI?
Yeah, so Octane AI, we've been around since 2016. We now are built on top of OpenAI's GPT-4. We help entrepreneurs run AI automations. We've helped them generate over $500 million. And a lot of that is because of what OpenAI has provided us. So this weekend has been really tumultuous. I'm a big believer in Sam. The community is a big believer in Sam. I know him from back when I was in Y Combinator in 2012. But OpenAI, we just had Dev Day. I was there. It was the peak of their technology. Excitement was off the charts. It went really, really well. Now there's a little bit of a lot of mistrust on what's going to happen. I am hearing from OpenAI that they are expressing support for developers. They're going to make sure the APIs stay up. The technology is not going to go down. But this weekend has been a lot for anyone in the AI ecosystem.
Matt, let's stay with your relationship with Sam and the company for a minute. You know lots of people that work there. You are friends with people who rely on the ecosystem as well. In your mind, is there a path forward where Sam comes back to OpenAI? Or are we looking at a new look OpenAI and trying to understand how you work with them and how others work with this new look OpenAI?
It's really unclear. I think over the weekend we thought Sam was going to come back. Now that Satya has, announced that he's over at Microsoft, Satya also, obviously has to make sure that the Microsoft stock is performing well. I don't know if he can flip back on that. So it's a really sticky situation. It's unclear. I have no idea what's going on. I don't think that OpenAI employees know what's going on.
Matt, much of this is about a concern of the pace of innovation. Have you ever had any concern, or indeed the ability for OpenAI to live up to the amount of demand that we were seeing as well?
OpenAI has created something that literally is magic. They're on the forefront of AI. They're the soul of, no matter what anybody wants to say, they're the soul of the AI community and the movement right now. In terms of, have I thought about, is AI going to go too fast or is it going to go too slow? I think that this disruption is definitely causing it to go slower, and I would like it to go faster, as well as a lot of people in the AI community. We rely on this technology. It's allowing you to put human-like intelligence inside of your code, which means that the program can write content, it can talk like a human, and it can make reasoning decisions like a human. It can be autonomous. And it's just getting better at a breakneck speed. So this disruption with OpenAI for myself and for anyone building on top of this technology means that is it going to go slower? Is it going to be pulled back? What's going to happen next? This is not an ideal situation by any means.
What do you think it means in terms of your desire to work with a newly formed unit within Microsoft or indeed with other competitors, Matt?
I think that OpenAI was seen as someone that you couldn't beat. It was too big to beat. And one of the interesting things that is happening because of this weekend, because of all of this chaos, is now, no matter what happens, let's say they bring back Sam, everybody stays, OpenAI is not infallible. They are someone you can beat now. And that actually opens up a tremendous amount of opportunities for new people, whether they're ex-employees of OpenAI or other entrepreneurs, to go start companies that compete with OpenAI. And I think that that's going to happen. This leaves a huge opening for that. In the event that a lot of people leave OpenAI, maybe a bunch join Microsoft and go join Sam and Greg, a lot of other ones are going to start companies. And I think more capital than ever is going to flow into AI. Just this year, I started a venture capital firm called Theory Forge Ventures with Ben Park to do just that. And this is a sad situation with OpenAI. It makes me sad. But at the same time, investors are going to be clamoring in.